Hi, I'm Beth Pipe, and welcome to this session on building client loyalty and customer experience, a guide for support staff. Just to give you a bit of an overview, I have been support staff for huge chunks of my career, so I totally understand what it's like to be in that situation. So, what are we going to cover on this session? We are going to cover we're going to talk about mapping the client journey. I guess to start off with, before we get into the detail, it's saying that actually what we're looking at here is the kind of the bigger picture of client care slash customer service, rather than the detail. We're going to cover couple of bits of detail, but this is more about thinking about how we as support teams fit into the bigger picture of the client journey and recognizing where we can make contributions all the way along that journey. So we're going to talk about mapping the client journey and thinking about where do we actually come in? How going the extra inch is often more important than going the extra mile. So we talk about, you've probably been on customer service or client care courses in the past, they talk about go the extra mile. We're actually going to talk about going the extra inch, about how that is often more important. We're going to explore some scenarios that everybody will be familiar with. We'll think about what drives client satisfaction and loyalty, because that's the thing, what keeps people coming back. We're going to talk about this later in the session, but the world has changed. Our loyalties have changed. And when you think about how we shop, how we choose providers for things now, it used to be that you would pick a provider and that's who you would stay with. But today people will go to different providers for different things and will switch decisions for lots of different reasons. So we're going to be exploring that a little bit. We're going to think about what do clients actually expect? And how can we provide that? And we're also going to think about the changing. So we're going to take a quick reminder of how client expectations have changed over the past 10 years, but then also start to think, well, how are they going to continue to change? And therefore, what do we need to be ready for? There's a lot of talk about how AI is coming in and AI is taking jobs and things like that. But we're going to have a look at actually what the impact of that could realistically be and how we can stay ahead of that a little bit.